What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns with some exciting Mafia 3 news. Now, the PAX West panel just wrapped up. It was an hour long. I am planning on doing a breakdown of the panel later on this evening, so look forward to that video in a few hours from now. But I thought I would go ahead and talk about what was discussed near the very end of the panel, because we finally got an answer as to what we can look forward to post-launch concerning Mafia 3. So 2 Mafia 3 videos for your Saturday, one coming up later on, with more details regarding what transpired at PAX West concerning Mafia 3. A lot of it's information we already knew, and there's some new stuff as well. But if you want to check out all my trailer breakdowns and my other Mafia 3 videos, that can be found over here in my Mafia playlist. Now, you may notice this image that Mafia 3 tweeted out a few minutes ago. Between free updates and story expansions, here's a look at what's coming after launch. Now, I want to first talk about this image, because yes, that is Lincoln Clay. And yes, he's bald. And yes, he has on a sweet jacket and pants, and he has a unique weapon. So, one of the big things that came out from the panel is the fact that Hangar 13, post-launch, is going to have the ability for us to customize Lincoln Clay. Now, this is good news for everybody that wanted this ability regarding clothing and obviously hair customization for Lincoln Clay. So we're going to be able to do that. I don't know if it's actually going to tie into, say, the story itself, or is it something we're going to be able to do after we're done with the campaign? Or is it only going to be something that exists in between missions, which I doubt, because if you look at Lincoln Clay's head, he's bald. He's a baldy right now. And a lot of people are really happy about that. So he probably is going to have several hairstyles. And I realize some of you, like DHG, are not happy about any sort of clothing customization. Now, in my opinion, this is a win-win, because everybody that wanted clothing and, facial hair customization for Lincoln Clay, we're going to get it post-launch of Mafia 3. For everybody that didn't want it, no problem, no worries. You don't have to change a thing about Lincoln Clay. If you like the army fatigues, if you like the look that he has during the game, you don't have to mess with it. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to change his clothing, his hair, etc. You can leave Lincoln Clay as is. But eventually, maybe you might want to change his look. You never know. So I consider this to be a win-win. Let me know below in the comments section. In a civil discussion, no infighting, please. Just have a dialogue. What do you think about this? And just bear in mind that this, I think, appeases to both groups. You're not going to be forced to change Lincoln Clay's look. If you like the army fatigues and you like the hair that's going to be set throughout the game, nothing's going to change there. I just wanted to reiterate that. But for everybody else, it looks like you'll be able to customize Lincoln's look. I don't know, once again, if that's going to be like throughout the story, or is this simply going to be a feature that unlocks after you're done with the game. Personally, I would prefer this to be a reward. Like, once you unlock the game, then you can customize Lincoln Clay after the main story is over. See, I think that would be kind of cool. Anyway, so let's move on to all the post-release content coming with Mafia 3. And of course, let's check out this image first. Okay, so this is really sweet looking. As you can tell, Lincoln Clay is wearing a nice suit, nice tie. Probably going to go out and, well, he's not going on a date, I guess, because he's got a firearm with him. Or maybe he's going out on a date and he has, best of intentions, hoping it's going to go well. But just in case, there's, things go south, he wants to be prepared. Better safe than sorry. By the way, that is a really, really sexy ride. Okay, so let us go back to this article. A look at the post-release content coming to Mafia 3, which I think everybody is going to be very excited about. New Bordeaux is a big place. It's loaded with history and hidden alleys to explore. When we built the world of Mafia 3, we wanted it to feel really alive and grow with you. We're doing just that with free reoccurring content gets delivered to everyone who buys the game. If you love your time in New Bordeaux and don't want to leave, we're also working on unique story expansions coming to Mafia 3. First, let's talk about the quote-unquote free reoccurring content. For everyone that buys Mafia 3, it doesn't matter which version, standard, deluxe, or collectors. It even doesn't matter if it's the pre-order. you will be able to get some really cool free content in Mafia 3. Doesn't matter if you buy it at the store the day of or the day after or next week, or you pre-order it, or any of the 3 versions like I mentioned. So here's a quick rundown on what we can look forward to when it comes to the free content. Free, of course, is all new character outfits. One of the biggest requests that Hangar 13 kept getting was the ability to change Lincoln's outfit. This is coming. New outfits will allow you to select a look that suits your taste and define your take on Lincoln. So I think that is really, really sweet. Now, the big question is whether or not that ties into the story itself. You can do it throughout the game, or is that just something you unlock at the end? I mean, we already had that little discussion regarding that. So it'll be interesting to see if that's just something you get to unlock at the end of the main story for Mafia 3. So the other free item that is coming 30 days after launch are new free weapons called the Judge, Jury, and Executioner. And we already know about these items. They have been mentioned because I believe, I think in the UK and Europe, I think these items will be available for you on day 1. For the rest of us, we have to wait 30 days, but you know, that's fine. Then, of course, there's going to be more vehicle customization. That's right, Gearheads. They're expanding upon the vehicle upgrades that already exist in Mafia 3 by adding new customization options. We can cherry out our favorite ride with new wheels, personalized plates, paint jobs, and yes, we'll even have more options to boost the performance of our vehicles. And look at that sexy thing. That looks like fun. Oh, and there's another free thing that I personally am going to enjoy. Free races. And yes, I will be featuring the races in my Racing Badly series coming up sometime in the fall, whenever they eventually come out for Mafia 3. I asked Mafia via Twitter, was the races going to be single player or multiplayer? And they tweeted me back to inform me that, alas, it's single player only. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. We can't have everything in life, but it's still going to be really cool to have free auto races in New Bordeaux. So you can take your tricked out fleet into the city and enter a series of races. From there, you can earn money, new customization options for your car, and other awesome rewards. Hangar 13 will have more details on exactly how the races will work in the future. So I'm obviously really excited about the races. And like I said, I'll definitely be featuring them in Racing Badly, which is another show I do on Saturdays. Now, let's check out the expansion content. Now, this is what your season pass is going towards. The expansion stuff. More stories from New Bordeaux. So now, like you, we are all gamers here at 2K. We know what it feels like to finish a game and want more. More story, more locations, more action. So now, they're going to be doing some final polishing on Mafia 3 before October 7th. They're also starting work on the new story expansions. These are wholly separate experiences that reveal more about Lincoln Clay's time in New Bordeaux. As these stories will reveal, the Italian Mafia isn't the only threat Lincoln faces. And of course, here's a quick tease of the 3 major paid expansions that are in the works. The first one is called Faster, baby. Has fast cars, dramatic chases, and stunt driving takes center stage as Lincoln joins forces with a former flame, Roxy Laveau, to take down a corrupt sheriff terrorizing civil rights activists on the outskirts of New Bordeaux. Now, something I want to bring up really quick. When we did the districts breakdown, I noticed at the very top of the map, and some of you did as well, that there seems to be another location. So there's this bit of land just north of Lake Pontchartrain, which is north of New Bordeaux, called Lewis Springs. We saw this in the district's trailer breakdown. And I wonder if Lewis Springs happens to be what's being mentioned in the Faster Baby expansion, because what it says is that Lincoln and Roxy will be taking down a corrupt sheriff terrorizing civil rights activists on the outskirts of New Bordeaux. And obviously, we already know about all the other districts of New Bordeaux, even the Bayou, which is technically the outskirts. So either it's going to take place in the Bayou or it's in a brand new location, a location that might technically already exist in the game, i.e. Lewis Springs That's just my theory, my opinion regarding this expansion. That possibly, just possibly, the first expansion might take place in Lewis Springs. Okay, so the next expansion is something a little darker. Sign of the Times. A string of ritualistic killings has New Bordeaux on edge of terror. As Father James requests, Lincoln agrees to hunt down the cult responsible, a quest that will take him from the dark heart of the old bayou to a drug-ridden counterculture of the hidden city. And yeah, this looks like something that may come out around Halloween, maybe? I don't know if it will come out around Halloween, but it kind of has a Halloween vibe to it, doesn't it? And of course, the game launches on October 7th. Halloween is just a few weeks later on October 31st. So that'd be kind of cool if it did coincide with Halloween. But then, of course, that would mean that this would have to come out before Halloween. So I don't know exactly how the expansions are going to work. They're currently working on them. So it may be sometime after October that we start to see the expansions roll out regarding Faster Baby and, of course, Sign of the Times. And the third expansion that Hangar 13 is working on is Stones Unturned. When a merciless rival resurfaces in New Bordeaux, Lincoln must join forces with the CIA agent John Donovan to settle a blood feud that began in the war-torn jungles of Vietnam. So here's an interesting thing. Will this involve actual Vietnam gameplay? Because from what we've heard so far, the only thing we're going to see regarding Vietnam is like flashbacks of Lincoln and Donovan in Vietnam. We haven't heard anything regarding them actually having some gameplay in the jungles of Nam. So, I mean, it's quite possible that this might actually take place in Vietnam. Then again, probably not. It's just going to once again be set in New Bordeaux. Let me know below in the comment section which of these three expansions are you most excited for, as well as all the awesome free content that we're going to be getting from Hangar 13 post-launch. So FYI, along with the new story and characters additions to New Bordeaux, you'll find new activities to engage in to expand and diversify your criminal empire. And yes, these paid expansions will also offer exclusive vehicles, weapons, outfits, and races based on their themes. If you buy the Season Pass either on its own or through the Deluxe or Collector's Editions of Mafia 3, you'll get access to these three story expansions and all the weapons, vehicles, and gameplay that comes with them. If you don't feel like buying a Season Pass, that's okay too, because each one of these stories will be available for sale individually. However, if you're interested in the expansions, it might behoove you to get the Season Pass because it'll be cheaper in the long run. Okay, so here's the deal. If you buy the story expansion separately, they will run you about $40 total US. With the Season Pass, you get them all for only $30, which saves you roughly $10. However, if you buy the Deluxe Edition of Mafia 3 for $80, it includes the full game along with the pre-order, kickback family bonus, which has 3 cars and 3 weapons added to it, and the Deluxe Edition, along with the Collector's Editions, both come with the Season Pass. So if you were to get the Deluxe Edition, that's going to save you about $20 on the Season Pass. So overall, in my opinion, the Deluxe Edition of Mafia 3 is the best deal. Unless you got the money and you just want all that awesome, cool collector stuff like the LPs and all the other swag that's going to come with the Collector's Edition. But for your money, if you just want everything content-wise concerning Mafia 3, including, the family kickback pre-order bonus, along with the expansions, Deluxe Edition is the way to go for $80 US. And as always, this article is linked below in the description section, so feel free and check it out yourself. And once again, let me know which of these expansions and free updates are you most excited about. And of course, Mafia 3 is only about a month away, just a few weeks from now, when it arrives October 7th for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.